your bio that you do coach business and people and entrepreneurs. What's the biggest mistake you have noticed in your coaching experience?
Uh, you already mentioned that the people design a product and they stick with the things. And the problem is that because when entrepreneur and any company, they design something, so they will not eagerly, adopt the change. Because if you can customize and a little bit twist and tuning of the product, or tuning of the services, so it make wonders. So normally, because I normally see, the maze, how it's happened. So when you can see from the upper side, so you can just guide to the people, okay, take left and take right, because there is a hurdles in front of you. So similarly, because due to my experience and all these kind of things, so normally I ask to the people that space, because I've gone through, because normally there are like FMCG companies, there are technology companies, and Alhamdulillah, there are different sector companies. So I have done the consulting and their sales operation normally, and their business transformation. So I knew the little bit tricky where you have to change and develop the divergence and diversification, so it will make a more impact to the sales as well as to the company as well as, because normally sales is what? Sales is blood. I call it blood for the company, because sales generate the cash, and cash is everything for the business, either business for life or whatever. So normally common thing what I have seen, because if you can talk about any kind of the entrepreneur or engineers or whatever, they are missing the lackness of the one ability is to listen to the people, and other thing is that what they have developed, they think it's good. There is no changing. This product is the good, and there is no correct. And people normally selling the characteristic of the product, not the benefits, and not even I said the value addition. What your product can value add to your customer. That is the game changing part.
What is the biggest criteria for success entrepreneurship, for entrepreneurs to be successful?
Because success is for everyone, to be honest, is a different definition.
All right, so then let me start with what is success to you, and what is like the one thing that you recommend for people to be successful and achieve their goals in life?
Because there are stages of you can say the life. I call it, there are 3 stages, and each stage the success in your mind is different. Like in the beginning, you can say, when you can say normally we call it an entrepreneur, it's struggling entrepreneur, or is struggling in your career. So your success is that you have to reach to the next level. So you have to do whatever it takes, like to reach to that level. Either it's your attire, either it's your education, either your skill set. To reach to that level, next level. So next level will become that of the maturity level. And the maturity level of life or anything, it's a middle line where you just define, okay, everything is balanced now, okay, but it's not appropriate, because once everything is balanced, so there would be in any sort of fall, so you again goes to the struggle state. So you have to develop the next level of incline. So you have to be growth level. In that growth level, you have to be think out of the box, and your mindset has to be in different way. You have to learn a lot of things, and you have to develop the life pattern and your habits and your mindset, because everybody is saying impossible, I'm possible. It can make the wonders. And if you to literally honestly, because in my life, if you have a good faith in God and you just do a hard and smart work, so he plays you the where you exactly you want it to. So there are a lot of the business entrepreneurs say that theory and the mindset and the positivity, because the positivity is very important. I always say there is a spark of the fire can make a shine to a dark night. So similarly, a little bit shine in your mind and your mindset, the positivity gives you that directional, that growth, so you reach to that level. And also the passion itself, if you don't have a passion to do, and you don't have hungry, and you don't trust, so you become on that comfort zone. So I always said, work out of your comfort zone. So these three stages, the success is different, but once you can reach to that level, so here you become, you can say, not champion, because the perfection in front of us, the perfection is only God, but you are on masterpiece of that little bit things. So you just add values to other knowledge. You can transform, just like me. If I nowadays, because of different universities, and they contacted me as a mentor, everything. So what I try to provide them, like my 19-20 year experience. So I give them 1, 2, 3. At least they can 3 to 4 or 5 years. They pass on this journey. What I have passed on to 20 years.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. So let me now get a question by Dr. Sajjad. What is the difference between entrepreneurship and business?
Oh, it's like 4 stages of the business. It's also very well explained by our mutual friend Shaba, entrepreneur and the business, because there are first earlier stage was the employee, but still professional employee as a doctor, engineer, or whatever, or labor. So they're the first stage, they are working on that. The second, you can fall into the entrepreneurs. Earlier stage for the self-employed and the entrepreneur, you can say. Self-employed, we like freelancing, he's doing a consulting or whatever, it's a self-employed. Then the third stage is the entrepreneur. And the entrepreneur, where you can develop the idea, you can just create a little bit things, and you develop a team, and you provide the jobs, you become a job provider. But the fourth one is basically the person who have like business owner. Okay, you have the investor. So he is basically the last stage. So you have to choose where you have to exactly go. Either you're an investor, either you have an idea, you develop a finance, you arrange many people, you arrange a team building things, and first, but you have to all pass on either 4 stages, or either you can just, if you have a money, so you just invest it in the business and you learn the skills, how to manage the people and how to manage your finance.
Wonderful. So another question here, and I'm just telling my audience here that I am just going through the questions, the other comments, we can read them later, such as bravo and thank you and great talk. So I'm just focused on the questions to benefit everybody. Here is a question. Do you think mindset of dealing with price point is the only way? And that was like early at the beginning of your talk related to.
Yeah, basically the price point is normally, because, I said it's depends very from the product to product, service to service. And but there are like, in the world, if you have seen why people are going to buy this one and why people are going to buy even the expensive products, because due to the quality, due to the service, due to the delivery. That's basically, normally again, there's a 3 things come. Price is a factor. I do understand, you can also understand. But if there is not a good quality and there is not customer service, so you can go for that service or not? No, obviously. Because if you have to use yourself, the things, normally that's the main first thing, and normally in front of me is the quality, and the customer services is very important. It's a key part, you can say, for any product, any services.